Yeah, hi, Samuel. I guess you guys are really eager to get back to playing. That's probably putting it mildly. And how is the layoffs going for you?
I mean, it's been a little bit tough. Obviously we want to be out there playing. We were excited and ready to play Syracuse 2 weeks ago when we got the call that somebody had tested positive and we had to return home. But I think it's, you got to find the positives and negatives in every situation. And one of the positives is, guys that are banged up, we've had an extra couple of days to get our bodies right leading into this game tomorrow.
Are you worried about losing your edge, so to speak?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Shannon?
Hey, Samuel, you guys have been through this now twice this season, having a long pause. Based on the first go around, what's the process and how much time do you think it will take for you to get kind of your wind back, your legs under you, having been idle for, up until, I guess, Friday's practice in terms of a team workout?
Oh, well, I think the last week or so, conditioning has been one of the main priorities that we've been talking about. The coaches have been stressing during practice. When we were off for a few days, guys were running on treadmills and stuff like that just to keep their wind. We think that was the biggest factor in the Wisconsin game early in the year, just not being in great enough shape. So we knew that was going to be a huge key for us over this 2-week layoff, was to just stay in shape and be ready to play.
Jody?
Samuel, how big of a difference did you notice for yourself from Friday until yesterday as far as practice is concerned? And Coach Gaudio said Friday you guys did a lot of extra cardio stuff at the end. How big of a difference did you just notice in just those few days?
A huge difference. I think the best way to get in basketball shape is by playing basketball. And the last few days, we've been playing a lot of basketball, trying to get our wind back. And that first practice was a little tough, I'm not going to lie to you, but I think we feel fine now.
Other questions? Michael?
Sorry about that. I was on mute. Hey, Sam. Obviously, you guys had the trip to Syracuse where you got the pause. Just preparing for them back then help you now? Obviously, it's your next game. So, what do you know of Syracuse and what can you expect?
Well, we can expect a team that's got a lot of guys that can score the basketball. A team that leads the conference in both blocks and steals. And, we were prepared to play them on Wednesday 2 weeks ago, and it made it a little bit easier for our preparation this time around because we were already kind of familiar with the scout individually and both like what they do as a team as well. So I think that was a benefit for us also playing Syracuse tomorrow.
We'll go to Shannon and then Kent Taylor.
So, Sam, you guys actually went up to Syracuse before you found out that you had the positive test and then had to come back. And then you were going to be going to practice on Thursday and someone had a fever and you guys didn't have practice until Friday. What do all these kind of starts and stops, what kind of effect do they have on you, knowing you're just about to play, but then no, you're not, you kind of have to retool the whole schedule?
Oh, it was a little bit draining mentally. Like I said, we were excited to play Wednesday. We're always excited to play. And, like I said earlier a few weeks ago, this season, it's a lot of ups and downs. You never know when you're going to play next or when there's going to be a pause. So you can't take any game for granted. And, like I said, it's been a little bit, draining mentally. But, we're ready to go tomorrow.
Kent?
Samuel, what could you do during the pause? I know that players were able to come to the gym and work individually at each basket. Were you able to even do that, or were you just kind of stuck in your room trying to stay in shape somehow?
Yes, thankfully we were able to come to the gym, 2 guys at a time, work out on separate sides of the court, and then there were coaches leading the workout from the balcony up above. So it was a lot different. We couldn't have anybody rebounding for us. We had to rebound for ourselves or shoot on the shoot away gun machine that rebounds for you. So it was a lot different, but we were fortunate enough to be able to get into the gym. Unlike our last pause that we had in December. So that was good.
Go to Jeff Greer and then Fred Cowgill.
Yeah, Samuel, Chris Mack mentioned this after the Georgia Tech game that you really seemed to enjoy and thrive playing at the elbow, off the elbow, at the foul line. how long has that been an area that you feel comfortable playing in, and how important do you think that comfort will be against a team that plays the 2-3 like Syracuse does?
I think I'm very comfortable in that area in the high post. I actually love playing against 2-3 zones. I wouldn't say I've been comfortable there for a while though. In high school, I always wanted to play on the perimeter and shoot threes in a 2-3 zone. But once I figured out that was probably most effective at the inside of the zone, making plays, whether it be a dump down pass to my big man, me shooting the mid-range shot, or kicking it out for a three, I realized that's probably the place I can be most effective in a 2-3 zone. So I'd say the last year or so, once I got to college, I realized that I can be pretty effective in the zone.
Fred?
Right before all of this, you really had a breakthrough game, and a lot has been made of the backcourt really needing like a third guy to really step up. Talk about how you see your role in the home stretch of the season that was so much on the line about being that third guy, especially from a rebounding standpoint, because you were able to do something which not a lot of guards are really able to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not necessarily worried about being whatever guy, second guy, first guy, whatever. I just want to go out there and do everything I can to help my team win. And I think I can speak on behalf of most of my teammates, all of my teammates actually, that's all we want to do. We're not worried about, how many shots each guy's getting, how many rebounds each guy's getting. We just want to win.
Take two more from Eric and then Gary.
Samuel, it feels like when you guys went on pause, it was still kind of the middle of the season. And when you come back, you're jumping right into the home stretch, it feels like. I know you'd be excited to be playing anyway, but how much urgency is there that you got to be good from the start and all that with just, you can count the number of games left?
There's a ton of urgency. I think we got 5 or 6 games left scheduled in the ACC. This is where it gets fun towards the end of the season, the home stretch. And like I said, one of the positives of this last, couple weeks being off is, we've been able to get our legs under us a little bit and have a little rest, which could be a good thing heading into this home stretch. But we're excited. Like I said, this is where it gets fun. Heading into March, this is what we work all year for.
Gary?
Yeah, Samuel, I guess to follow up on what Eric asked, not knowing whether some of those games are going to be made up, do you kind of anticipate maybe it being an even busier stretch run, or are you just kind of sticking with what you all have right now in front of you?
You mean as far as like scheduling wise and stuff like that?
Yes.
I don't know what the plan is for our games. I don't know if they're going to make some games up. So I don't know if we'll play 6 more games, or I think we have 11 that we should be able to play to get us to 20. I think it's going to be kind of hard to do. So I think we got to understand that, each and every game is going to be important, because other teams might play, more games than we will. So down the stretch, each and every game is going to be, extremely important, especially that we're 1 game behind on the loss column in both Florida State and Virginia.
All right, Sam. Thank you for your time. Back with Coach Mack shortly. Thank you.
Yeah.